only fit 2. You were everywhere though too. Alicia White, is that right? Okay, good. Can I do you two? All right. Cool. So they're talking right now with the translator and the girl. Great game. A lot of fun to watch, huh? Did you throw or catch in the final? Really hard to tell up in the booth, I just gotta say. I know you and I can see you, but these numbers, because of the way they're designed, it's just really hard. So, okay, good. We'll probably make it up. Somebody will though, they'll say something.
Hello, I'm Miho. I'm in Praha WUCC 2010. And I'm here with Aimi Sogabe from Team Uno. And I'm gonna ask her, how did you feel after this big game? この大きな試合を終えて、今の気持ちを教えてください。
すごく悔しいです。とてもこのためだけに練習してきたので、初めての気持ちはやっぱ悔しいです。
She was so disappointed to lose this game because she was try to practice for this WUCC. So she was disappointed to lose this game. The next question, how did you feel to play against Fury? Fury と戦ってみてどうでしたか？
フューリーはとても速くて背が高くて止めるところがすごく難しかったので、やっぱり世界一になっただけあるすごい強いチームだなと思いました。
Fury is strong and powerful team, and they have height. Tall, they are tall, and it's hard for Uno to stop them. And it's deserved to get the gold medal. She think. The next question is the last question. And to please make some message to the fans, Uno fans, and families and friends. 日本の家族やファンのみんなに一言メッセージをお願いします。
Uno というチームがここまで来れたのは本当に今いる皆さんのおかげでもあるし、日本にいる応援してくださる皆さんのおかげでもあるので、本当に皆さんに感謝しています。ありがとうございました。
She was so glad to support for the Japanese fan to thank you. Thank you all of them to support Uno. She said.
Yep. It's fun to
so,
watch. Really.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, waiting for the okay here. They'll line us up. We're all tall. The last was the Japanese, and then here we've got a couple of really ginormous Americans. Okay, hi, I'm here with Alicia White and Manu Argili from the world champion Fury. Alicia, Manu, you guys scored a lot of points for the team. I want to say more than half. It seemed like you guys were everywhere around the field. How did it feel out there running? Did you feel good running out there?
Yeah, we felt really good. We have a good, strong, deep team, so our sort of slogan throughout this whole tournament has been 26 strong, so we've had a good rotation, so I think all of the team felt pretty fresh going into this game.
Tell me about their defense, Alicia. They were really, like, every time you looked into the throwing lane or were like a step behind on your throws, they were there.
Yeah, they're really quick and they play the space really well. Like, we have to work for everything out there. They're a great team.
Manu, at the end of the game, you made a couple of big plays. You got a defense, and then you sent that disc to Shmi for a big goal. How did that feel? How did that feel when you released it? Did you know that was going to be a pretty straight shot?
Yeah, I think I had a sense that we were going to be a score, and that's my role on the team, to like be the cutter that also hucks it deep. So we had practice.
Okay, so that fit in your role. Manu, also I noticed, and Alicia, you as well, Manu, I didn't see you much in the first half, and in the second half, you didn't get off the field. You stayed the entire time. They kept you out there for a lot of points on O and D. You know, were your legs still fresh out there?
Yeah, feeling good, yeah. Because as Alicia said, there was 26 of us, and yeah, everybody got to play every game, so everybody felt like they had a lot of legs left.
Okay, great. Because it did look like you were tired. Both teams looked like they were a little tired, but you guys got the big Ds at the end and pulled it out. Let me ask you, Alicia, at any point in the game towards the end there, when it was getting really close, Universe Point, Uno was up the break on you guys. Did you feel nervous?
Well, there's always sort of a sense of nerves, but it's just how you use that. So we knew that each team could only score 1 point at a time, and we were just going for that 1 point each time we were out there.
Okay, guys, congratulations on winning World Ultimate Club Championships 2010. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Any West Coast players around here? West Coast, West Coast. All right, I got Sockeye. What? Yeah. He said he talked to a guy last night. That must have been you. That's what Mike Payne told me. So that's fine. We can roll with that. How long until we're up?
Today we saw the mixed co-ed final, and just had one of the best games I've ever seen in my life. The women's final. I think it's the best women's game I've ever seen. I haven't been to many of this caliber, but amazing game between Japan's Uno and the United States team Fury. Fury came out on top in was it 15?
16. I'm not up.
16-15.
I am up.
Final score, I think that was. It was an amazing game. So the expectations have been set for quite an exciting open game. Today we have two American teams, actually both from the west coast of the United States, Sockeye and Revolver, and sitting next to me is Tony Leonardo, coming online momentarily.
I was just talking to Ben Wiggins, Bren, before this game.
Ben Wiggins, the captain of Sockeye.
One of the captains of Sockeye, and I got a lot of information from him. But one thing just in relationship to this game is that he said this, and you hear this a lot from these guys, especially on the West Coast these days. It's just like, it seems like whatever tournament we're in, we play these guys. So this is the fourth time this year they ran across each other. They're very familiar with each other. They played each other in pool play. They played each other at UPAs. Revolver knocked out Sockeye in UPA, so they've been around the block. We got Blockstack TV guys with us. Tom, say hi.
Lean in there.
This is Tom from Blockstack. You can look at the camera over here. These guys are doing the Ulti Village videos, so make sure you check those out. The Ulti Village.
Ultivillage.com.
Ultivillage.com. Blockstack.tv is another one for you to watch more of this exciting event and all its spectacularity.
BLOCKSTO.
We should pull up that mic here. Let's interview Tom while he's going to interview us.
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going great, Tom. How about yourself? We're trying to find out some details on Revolver and talk about Sockeye here. What do you got going on?
I've been chatting with the guys from Revolver. They look like a hot team. Very, very competitive. Got some huge O-line athletes. And I think we're going to see a very, very steady game from their O-line.
Yeah.
It's all about the D in this one, I think.
Let me ask you this: Did you see Bo Kittredge and Mac Taylor making a lot of plays? Because their numbers were really low on the stat sheet.
To be honest, I've only seen a couple of their games and not noticed those guys in particularly lightning form. I was just chatting to the team, and they were expecting big things from them in the final. Big name players, big game.
Did they mention that, Bo and Mac, then?
Definitely Bo, and I think Mac to a lesser extent.
Okay.
But what about a women's game? Hey, what about that women's final?
Tremendous women's final. We were just thrilled. I mean, it was the emotions that we had. The two Japanese women with us that were friends of the Uno team that Sanko and Miho did a great job for us, and they were visibly upset by that loss. It was a tough loss for Uno.
Yeah, totally. I mean, myself and Steve were just on the edge of our seats throughout the...
Hey, listen, I tell you, Manu Argili, I mean, we knew she was going to do that. I've seen her do it at Paga. You've seen her do it at Paga?
Yeah.
She got a couple big Ds. She ripped that disc to Shmi long. Yeah. She was all over the place at the end of the game there, and that's a big time player right there.
But both those teams, they in the middle of that game, it was hot. They both made the mistakes under pressure, and there was a couple of points where if you weren't horizontal, you weren't on the end of a disc because the opponent was going to beat you there.
Yeah. Which is crazy because you got to figure, like, if you're horizontal and an American, you know, those girls at least, you got another 3-4 inches. But no, the Uno was getting to those discs. I mean, they were just so fast and
their
hot on these.
acceleration is phenomenal. So some of the when the O was really flowing nicely, the amount of space they put the disc up into.
Yeah.
Just, we'll throw it well over there, 30 meters away from anybody else, and we'll just chase it down, and that's fine.
You guys are broadcasting live over there, like we are doing. Well, how did you feel? It looked like Bryn and I were thinking both teams were looking pretty tired towards the end there, some dead legs.
Perhaps, yeah. I mean, both teams had, the emotion's getting to me. The American team Fury had a much bigger squad, but they didn't play them all. So the Japanese had 16 players, and they were using all 16. Yes. I guess towards the end of that game, Fury had used probably 16 of their team. There was a lot of guys that didn't get any pitch time, or maybe 1 or 2 points.
Very interesting. Yeah, they told me after the game that they were a team of 26 strong, but they were definitely tight rotations.
Yeah, shortened the lines a lot.
Manu stayed the last 8. Alicia was on there all the time. Shmi stayed the last 6.
Yeah,
Alicia White. There's a lot of Alicias on the team.
Snyder was on
Alex pulled every pull.
Time.
Yeah.
There's some big players, and a game like that, it's hot. They're going to get tired. I think we were privileged to see a game of such high quality at this stage in the tournament. It's quite often you get to the end of a tournament, it's a week long, everyone's tired, and you get a sort of a lackluster game. That was anything but. That was a real classy number.
That was great.
We're privileged to see it.
And all the right calls are made. Saw a lot of contested calls, and we saw the replays here, and 9 times out of 10, the right call was the right decision to come to.
Compared with some of the games I've seen this week, there was barely any calls.
Yeah.
And the ones that there were resolved fairly quickly. It's nice to have the guys on the sideline as well, just letting us know what the call is on pitch with the hand signals. It's the first time I've seen that, and I found it very useful.
We didn't even notice that. We need to find that, actually. Hey, Bryn, if you go outside, find out tell us what the hand signals are, actually, while we're live on air here.
So you've got a big V in the air.
Uh-huh.
That's violation.
Okay.
A cross with your hands.
Okay.
That's foul.
Okay.
And then if you interlink your fingers and pull your arms apart,
yeah.
That's a contested. No, interlink your fingers.
Uh-huh.
One hand up, one hand down. No, try again. So turn one hand face up, one palm face down. Okay, towards each other, facing towards each other. Your palms facing. Okay, one palm face the floor. One palm face the ceiling.
I wish the camera was on us to see this.
One palm face the ceiling. Other way. Turn the other way. Okay, other way. Keep going. Okay, right now interlink your fingers and pull them away from each other. I'm going to have to do this myself. It looks like that.
Oh.
Here,
That's
you
hard
got the
to
camera
describe.
on now, so go ahead
So
and...
you're trying to...
That's a contested.
Contested
and then
foul.
Your arms down.
This is a foul.
Flat down by your sides. Your arms flat by your sides. That's uncontested.
Uncontested.
Okay.
Contested foul.
Yeah, and then arms either sides at right angles.
Uh-huh. This?
That is a pick.
A pick call. Okay.
Yeah. Timeout is obviously...
Timeout. What about a goal? Timeout would be this.
Yeah.
This is a...
I think
goal. I'm a little too...
left
too
hand
tall
towards the end zone, right arm at right angles.
Okay.
So
and this is, you said this was a pick, correct?
It's a pick.
Okay.
Yeah. And
so
it's quite nice to... There's a guy on the sideline.
Come around.
The guy on the sideline doing all the calls this year.
Closer.
Roman was doing all the calls and just relaying what was happening on the pitch, and I thought it was very useful for the crowd once we'd understood what the hand signals meant. A very, very useful thing to have. It's hot in here, Tony. So it's hot out
you
there,
know who that
it's-
is? That's my teammate, Utsov Sherman, and his little girl. His little girl Andy playing in the sand there. That was pretty fun to see. Oni is actually his little girl. So Tom, what have people been talking? What's the scuttle outside there about this game? You know, Revolver, Sockeye. What do people? What are the fans like?
I've not really spoken to that many people. We've been just down on the side, just interviewing the Fury guys. But I think obviously Sockeye have had to regroup over the last couple of years. A lot of the players that they were known for have left the club. It's a different Sockeye we're seeing now. They've had a bit of an up and down journey to this final. But, do they want it? Do they want it enough? I think we're going to see a very disciplined game from Revolver. We're going to see a lot of flair from Sockeye. We were chatting earlier in the week about the ways to play Ultimate at this level, and it's a risky game. You can play your game safe. You can play 30% passes and make sure, you play 80% passes. Every pass is at least 80%, and if you complete them all, you're going to be a nice safe team. You're going to score a lot of points. Or you can throw some 30% passes.
Yeah.
And if they come off,
high risk,
you're
high
going to
reward.
win games.
Yeah.
So I think that's that might be the difference in the two teams. I'm expecting Revolver to be within themselves, safe, solid, and Sockeye to be the team that maybe man for man don't quite have it. They're going to throw higher risk stuff, more flair, bigger grabs. It's just how I feel the Sockeye team are going to have to play to beat Revolver. I'm off to do a bit of commentary for Ulti Village and for Blockstack TV, and I'll catch you, Tony, later.
All right, Tom, thanks for stopping by. Pleasure to have you. Good luck out there. By the way, did you guys want to ask me something? Oh, yeah, right on. Yeah, keep that door open for now. Yeah, we got to keep that fucking door open.
No, open.
Okay, I don't know why the mic is cutting out, but it is. You're messing with the volume. Okay, now we're ready for Revolver. Jersey number 5, Rocky Beach. 17.
Using Sockeye team. Now Revolver is running out.
Number 27, Ashley Joy. Number 19, Rio Kawaka. Number 50, Theo Goodrich. Number 4, Jonathan Laley. Number 23, Mike Payne. Number 9, Cassidy Rasmussen. Number 15, Joel Sargent. Number 20, Nick Sevick. Number 14, Mark Sherwood. Number 40, Matt Tyler. Number 29, Bob Upton. Number 6, Ross Wiseman. Number 7, Russell Wade. And our last player, Nate Chapman. It's his happy birthday!
Finished calling out all the teams there. Big teams, big deep teams. So it takes a little bit of time.
I don't know if you heard all of the call there on the players, but here we're going to call them out. Here's Sockeye's roster. Jamie Idaho is his nickname, Arambula, number 44. Frank Barrich, number 25. Dave Beestock, number 21. Michael Caldwell, he's been with the team for 3 years. One of the longest members of the team, for about 5-6 years, number 20. Nathan Castine, Ben Wiggins before the game was telling me he's a hot and cold guy. He can make a lot of big plays with him. That's number 15, Nathan Castine. Charlie Ellis, number 18, came out of playing for Shazam. Eddie Feely, number 33. Andrew Fleming, who is also one of the core members of this team, been around for a long time. Andrew Fleming, number 23, made the huge, impossible layout grab to salt away the game against Ironside 2 days ago in quarters. Sam Harkness, number 9. Adam Holt, number 40. Ben was telling me he was going to be a pretty big handler for them. Ray Ilian, number 99. Tyler Kinney, number 11. Matthew Knowles, number 7. We're looking at Revolver right now, but we'll get to the Revolver in a second here. Ali Lennon, number 4. Mauricio Moore, number 3. Phil Murray, number 6. Moses Rifkin, number 10, who is playing after a microfracture in his foot. Bailey Russell, number 8, just moved out to the West Coast. Joe Sefton, number 24. Matt Sewell, Skippy they call him, number 13, is going to be all over the disc. Aaron Talbot, number 2. Spencer Wallace, 22. Ben Wiggins, 12. Here we're looking at Revolver. There's number 50, Bo Kittredge, you saw for right there. We'll read off the roster again. Rocky Beach, he comes out of playing Beach Ultimate, actually. Started playing Beach Ultimate before playing Grass Ultimate. Number 5, Jit Batarecha, pronouncing that wrong, I apologize, Jit. Came out of Stanford, number 17. Robbie Cahill, big Stanford player, again, number 10. Taylor Casquino is one of these guys on this team that actually has a championship. This team hasn't won UPA Nationals, but Taylor Casquino did twice with the Santa Barbara Condors. Nick Chapman, number 12. Marty Cochran, number 28. Brian Garcia, number 1. Alice Gesquier, number 24. Tyler Grant, number 13. I think he comes out of UW, Wisconsin. Joshua Greenow, an Oregon player, number 99. Eric Halverson, number 8. Nick Handler, number 11. I believe he is a UCSB player or Stanford player. Jonathan Hester, number 37. Ashlyn Joy, number 27. Rio Kawakawa, 19. Bo Kittredge, number 50, we talked about, out of Colorado. He came with his buddy Mac Taylor, number 40. Those two guys look for Bo up in the air. He's got some of the biggest ups in the game, and big-time player. Jonathan Levy, number 4. Mike Payne. Mike Payne used to be the president of the board for the UP. I think he still might be. He's been in San Francisco forever. He's definitely the guiding light of this team. He put this team together, I think. Number 23, Mike Payne. Cassidy Rasmussen, number 9. Joe Schlachlet, number 15. Nick Schlag, 20. Mark Sherwood, number 14. Really fast, that guy. Played against him in Summer League. Mac Taylor, number 40. Bart Watson's been at the big stage. Number 29, won with Team USA Worlds a number of times, I believe. Josh Weissman, 6, and Russell Wynn, number 7. Okay, Bryn, there we go. The whole lineup down the line.
Mike Caldwell was a freshman on my floor, and I was a senior at Carleton.
No, really?
So
another Carleton-Seattle connection? Who knew?
He was very talented from when he first started playing, and obviously several championships. I don't know how many at this point.
So,
but
guys,
nice to see him here.
The first thing we know, of course, is that this is a rematch of pool play and a rematch of 1,000 other tournaments these guys have played together. Can't say that many because this is only Revolver's 3rd year, maybe 4th, 5th year?
5th year.
It's kind of surprising, actually. I didn't know they made it that far. But they played each other a lot. This is San Francisco versus Seattle.
It's 30 degrees here Celsius, 86 Fahrenheit, but hotter than that in the sun. A little bit of breeze, but not too much. And what there is with the disc right now. Disc put up deep at the first.
Nice catch. With the nice mohawk, too. That's Caldwell, number 20. Oh, he lifts up a floaty bladey hammer that's forehand that's going to work. Did he toe the line? I think he did. I think he made a good play on that. I think that's Fleming.
Sorry, different Mike Caldwell I was talking about earlier.
You're fired, Bryn. You can just walk out of the booth right now. And get us a beer. No, I'm just kidding. So, yes, look, there it is. You're not gonna have this?
Yes. Enjoy.
All right.
The earlier game that they had was actually shortened due to lightning. Revolver won it 13-10. This was on Tuesday early afternoon. I know that Sockeye was very unhappy to have the game called before it was finished the way they wanted to, but it was definitely a win by Revolver. Pretty intense. It was extremely intense rain, and it was not a question. It was really coming down for I don't know, half an hour that day, enough that they had to call a lot of the games because the fields were soaked, and shorten the games and put them in the next day. So Sockeye looking for a different result today. Second pull of the day, no turnovers. And just curves out of bounds.
Okay, number 10 for Revolver coming to pick it up. That's Robbie Cahill. He's going to be around the disc a lot. Stanford handler. He's a pro, this guy. He was top 5 Callahan votes for quite a while. Now, Revolver and Bryn's an interesting team to me. A lot of people know that 2 years ago, the San Francisco team broke through and finally won nationals for the first time in a long time. And that was a jam. And that was another San Francisco area team, not Revolver, and they don't share players, which is
actually
quite surprising. And there's a quick score, a lot of speed. Look at that speed down the field by Revolver.
I understand that one of the adjustments that Revolver has been adjusting to has been including some of those jam players.
There's maybe 2.
I think there's they may be important ones. Who are they? That was just what
I can't see. I don't recognize anyone on in this roster that was on jam, to be honest with you.
Maybe he was speaking. Maybe they didn't come.
I don't see anyone on here. I could be wrong. Maybe Chapman was on jam? No, I don't see any jam players here. I don't think Bo played with jam. Oh, you know what? I think they're getting Big Jim Shetler for the fall, but he's not here now. That's the only thing I could think of.
Talking to one of the captains, Mike Payne, yesterday, he was saying that they have one of the major focuses for them in preparing for this tournament was also preparing for nationals in the U.S. Preparing for a double peak is he just said that's quite challenging.
Yeah.
So they said it's very unusual for a team to win both U.S. nationals and worlds, if almost impossible. And so, but they're trying to do it this year.
All right, Mac Taylor with the pull. Looks like Wiggins maybe with the glasses was on the receiving end of that. Here's Caldwell going deep. They're going to send it to him. Look at that inside-out backhand. It's going to go a little too far, though. He's going to check it out. It's a beautiful throw. Great catch. That was a nice float on that. I got to say, he put a lot of touch on that throw. I thought it was going to go too far, but that looked beautiful. I didn't get to see who threw that. I don't know if you saw, Bren.
I did not see. We'll see.
Let's
Get to
see.
see
I
here.
think he's got the red hat. Yeah. Okay. Aaron Taylor. You're saying Taylor. Aaron Talbot, number 2. Aaron Talbot, number 2 with the throw. Beautiful throw. Just a beautiful little. You know, you gotta throw across the body on that because he's not throwing an outside in, and he wasn't quite throwing it inside out. He had to get his wrist up high and then snap it on the top over the defender because the mark was sort of that direction. Anyway, great throw. Sails it nicely for Caldwell. Play call off the stack. You notice he cut in from a 1 spot in the vertical stack and then rolled out deep right away.
I'm going to recorrect myself. That isn't Mike Caldwell. I know. He's just gotten a little bit more muscly since last time I saw him. Wow, he really
muscled up, huh?
He ran.
Creatine.
That was half the field in that sprint there.
44, that's Idaho. You see right there. Number 4, that's Ali Lennon. I think with the pool was number 15, Nate Castine. And looks like it goes out of bounds. It's 2-1 Sockeye. Everything is on serve.
Looks like Revolver is setting up for a horizontal offense. Maybe a little bit of a U, putting them toward the side. No, it looks pretty straight toward. Looks like a horizontal offense. That brick mark is a good third of the field, so pulling it out of bounds really hurts the defense. Looks like a.
Yeah, is that their second pull out of bounds?
It's the second of the game.
Okay, Revolver wants to work it under. Look at the speed on both sides here. So one thing I wanted, you see number 50. You know, you don't see him in your picture right now, but number 50, Bo Kittredge, he's out there in the flat, guarded by, who's the guy with the yellow, green? There he is. See number 50 right there, Bo Kittredge. Everyone knows this guy gets up in the air. It's a big factor. Now, in the finals at Nationals this past year against Chain Lightning, it looked like they concentrated too much on jacking it deep to Mac and Bo Kittredge. And even though those guys are the superior athletes in the air, they lost that game. They just went up too many times to the well there. Ooh, here's an open guy down deep. Nobody holsters it. So we got a little bit of a call there. So let's see. With the disc is number 1 for Revolver. That's Brian Garcia with the disc. Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to find Bo under. They're going to give Bo under all day if they want. Honestly, they want to get burned deep. Of course, here's an opportunity for them to burn it deep, but no. Garcia being patient, very patient. Another call. It's not exactly chippy. It's just that there's a lot of trying to get positioning and find out the proper stacks on the field and where the movement is here.
Defense not giving them. His defense is pushing pretty hard, but they're swinging it without too much trouble. Just having a little bit of difficulty moving it down the field. Another call.
So back to Cahill. No, is that right? Is that Cahill? Number 10.
See.
Yeah, I believe that's Cahill. New message, Facebook.
Looks like they're running a cut toward the line. But it's really, this game, the men's game, the open game moves so quickly.
Yeah,
it's
bring back
hard,
the women.
It's hard to see what's happening in terms of the structure on the field. Little give and goes there. No call, that there might have been one if there wanted to be. Swing around. Good hard D. There's the throw forward and the score.
There's the score. That's Garcia to Cassidy Rasmussen. I don't recognize all of these names. There's a lot of ultimate in the Bay Area. You got UCSD. You got UC Berkeley. You got Stanford.
Get a little replay of that little
give and
go.
go. That's Bo.
Little touch there.
Robbie.
Doesn't phase him. And he'll throw a swing around the back and the forehand to the line and a little high backhand for the score.
There's Josh Greenow, number 99. He's been helping out the UPA for a long time. He's been involved in Ultimate for forever in Oregon there. I think he first started running Junior Worlds 2002. No, not Junior Worlds. Junior National Championships.
The Revolver, you were talking about the youth or the new players on Revolver, I think, a second ago.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the that's one of their founding principles is to give a place for younger players to play Elite Ultimate in the Bay, from younger players from the Bay Area. That's what Mike Payne was saying yesterday. There's an article in today's Disquito, which is the newsletter. For those of you who are not here, which is probably most of you listening online, you can go to WUCC2010.com and find a lot of articles from the printed newsletter and more.
Where is that newsletter? Is this it? This is it.
That disc landed in and rolled out. And they're taking it at the corner there, where it rolled out. Hard deep there on the back of the field. Looks like more of a horizontal stack. Deep possibilities. Two people going deep. Caldwell coming back, though. Another deep possibility, and it's up. Looks like it's going to float. It's going to be a jumping contest. And
good positioning there by Revolver.
Exactly.
Remember, Sherwood. That dude. Okay, yeah, he's fast. One of the fastest guys in the field, if not the fastest guy in the field, is Mark Sherwood.
He didn't need it in that case. That disc just hung up there and waited for him to
yeah,
catch
that's
up.
true, but he did the crafty thing, which is he just ran underneath it quicker and got to the spot. I think the Sockeye guy thought he had boxed him out.
He read it faster.
Yeah, yeah. I saw him do that on an off man in Summer League, like I was saying, and he just ran halfway down the field and just D'd up this pass that was to, some totally other person for no reason, and he ran 3/4 of the way down the field to get the D. It was one of the more improbable plays I've seen in my Ultimate career.
So Revolver with
that was the first turnover, and let's see if Revolver can capitalize.
They're moving
playing pretty conservative, just as you predicted, Brand. Lefty flick, that should be an easy goal. And
beautiful.
It is.
Wow.
Number 28 there on Revolver. Yeah, that's Marty Cochran, just as they called out.
Revolver
makes it look easy, huh?
These are quick points, except for that string of fouls.
Yeah, it slowed it down a bit there, and now they're back up to speed. If anybody has any shout-outs they want to give, you can go to tonyleonardo.blogspot.com and say something, type something. I know it's still early back in the... Oh, here we go. Let's see, we have a comment here. Let's see if this is anything of any interest or if it's just slamming us. Oh, I don't recognize anyone on this Revolver team really used to play for Jam. It would be nice if the announcers had some minimal level of knowledge about the players they're talking about.
Well, I don't actually live in the Bay Area, so nor do I live in Japan, which was...
I did watch the Jam finals and the major players on Jam, and they're not on this roster, so sorry, Jeremy. If I'm wrong, I apologize. So here we go. If you have any other comments, hopefully I won't respond so snippy to the next one.
Disc pulled in. Sockeye setting up in a vertical stack.
Okay, here they got to break deep. Is he going to put it? Nope. He's going to hold on to it.
Inside out.
Goes underneath.
Looks like a mostly vertical stack, but kind of a anything.
Kind of an anything.
It's not particularly structured.
That's Dave Beestock is one of the handlers, and that's got to be Wiggins, just by the way he's moving the disc.
There's a nice forehand long.
Yep, easy goal there.
Defense isn't close.
So Wiggins jacks it up there to Phil Murray.
See the replay.
Well, almost a travel, but I wouldn't call that. But no, what that?
Nice little
that
swagger.
Cool little Egyptian
swagger.
Yeah, a little like.
That's nice.
So yeah, one of the themes of this game we were talking about is how much that Sockeye really brought it at the end of those games against Ironside and Chain. I saw the Ironside game, but I heard some people that, against a Chain, they were really fired up at the end of that game too. You saw that game, Brent. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
I saw half that game. It was really another case of teams knowing each other and having played each other.
Okay.
And
although less so in that case.
Less so that they're not on the same coast the way that Revolver and Sockeye are. Very athletic game. Some emotional moments in some of the calls. Definitely more of an American game than some of the other games than we've seen.
So it was a little chippy
in the tournament, but not. I don't mean that in a foul calling way. Just very aggressive.
Okay, so here's Revolver. Let's see. This looks like a little junky zone D from Sockeye. Little double team there from Nate Castine maybe on Sockeye, but uncalled. Now they transition out to man, and Revolver's got a quarter of a field to work it now. They got some options. Stanford's, this is tradition. Stanford is to work it smoothly. Actually, this is what the West Coast offense originated at Stanford University in the 80s, and it was a short offense. Brent, it was a back and forth, not a lot of deep looks, just figuring out which way your defender was going and then going the opposite way.
Huh.
A lot of short passes, quick throws, and so this is like going back to the basics. Here's Bo under, and he floats one that could be a goal. Nope, not in for Bo Garcia. He's going to have some options here if he takes his time. Ooh, nice D, though, and nope, not enough. It's a swing around to the side, to the break mark side on a dump and a swing, and it's a goal for Cahill.
Do you think we're going to
4-3?
Just that single turnover so far? We'll see. It's interesting to see so much working of the disc by Revolver. They're not putting it up unless they're really sure of it. It's a little bit more conservative than Sockeye, who's gone deep several times to great effect, but also with that one turnover earlier. Turnover's a big thing in this kind of a game. We're 7 points into the game. We've only have a single turnover between both teams. So, for those of you listening or watching who have not seen a lot of Ultimate, at the very top level, a lot of turnovers, they don't happen every point.
No. No. The record being the Furious George Death or Glory semifinal game in 2004, 2003, 2002. The years are slipping by me, Bren. It was a 17-16 win for Furious, and Death or Glory made 2 turnovers the entire game, and Furious George made 1.
Wow.
And that was the difference of the game. 3 turnovers in the entirety of a 33-point match. So when you play to hold the disc in this level of open, you can do that. It doesn't happen all the time. So here we go. Sockeye underneath. They got a cutter going deep. He's going to send it. No, he holds it. And now he's got little options, but looks like he finds Ben underneath.
Roughly vertical stack looking downfield.
Yeah.
Players moving very vertically on the field.
The break marks again for the open guys, not a problem. Anybody can break almost any time. Great layout. Huge layout by Ben Wiggins to make that. Now let's see what he's going to do. He dumps it up the line for a score. Wiggins makes sure of that one. Makes it look good. And then jams it into the corner. Gosh, we tried to do that in Masters and it never works. Jammed it looked like he jammed it into Skippy, actually. Let's see if it's Skippy that he hits.
Hard to see.
Aaron Talbot was saying.
Uh-huh.
So I got word here online that the 3 players, I guess that's not when you got a roster of about 26, I don't think 3 really constitutes a major contingent of former Jam players, but there are pretty major players. Bart Watson, Team USA player, won a bunch. Taylor Casquino, like I mentioned, has won with Condors, the national championships, and then I didn't realize he was also part of that Jam contingent, and Brian Garcia. So that's the answer to that trivia question.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you, Jeremy. Nope. Oh, the comments are flying in.
4-4 tie
4-4
here.
with Revolver still got that advantage.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes into the game. The cap is, I believe it's the same as the other games we've seen, which is a time cap at 100 minutes.
Is that going to come back? I don't think that's coming back.
Wow.
That's coming back really nicely.
That's about as good.
That looked very cool. That was fun to watch.
Oh,
Garcia can't get to it. That's what a great pool can do sometimes. It really changes kind of the makeup of the flow of the pace of when you're going to pick up the disc and move it in there. Got to give a lot of credit to Sockeye for that. We got a call here. Bryn, we got to find out who made that pool. I don't know if you were watching down there.
I didn't.
I was trying to follow the disc as it was up in the air. So,
whoa!
Sneaks it in there.
Forehand break.
Big break.
That was
Castine to Ray Illian. Ray Illian, who I saw make a number of big plays. He teed up Danny Clark.
See that again here?
Ironside.
And
watch
he
him
just
go
drops
low.
it right under the arm there.
Look at that. Sneaky. Ray Illian from UW. I kept on confusing him with Ray Parrish from UNC, so I apologize to Ray Illian and Ray Parrish. But, wow, they got the break back. That's huge for Sockeye. Still early in the game. You got to figure if any of the games, Bryn, this one's definitely going to go to 17.
I would think so, especially actually there's not that many calls so far.
Yeah, it's been clean. It's been nice and clean.
The game is going to go pretty quickly if they don't turn it over and there are not many calls.
So let's see, what else was Wiggins telling me before the game? I got some notes here. You know, he said this is a lot of turnover. He said since 2008 when they went as Team USA, when they won nationals and stuff, they've turned over, 75% of their team. So this is an entirely new Sockeye team. He said that we restock from the juniors level players in Seattle. So he says we don't have to go out of Seattle to get our players. So it's amazing the amount of players that are around these days and how a team can win in 2008 and have an entire turnover and come back and be in the finals here at Club Worlds 2 years later with a totally revamped roster.
Sockeye playing a zone.
Not a lot of wind, this is just to disrupt the rhythm.
But
this is something that if you read Jim Paranella's books on techniques and tactics, he says that sometimes it doesn't matter if they're going to score either way. We talked about how offensive efficiency, but if you get them out of rhythm, sometimes that can be an advantage for later in the game. And even for this point, just to show them something different. I think that's what they're concerned about here. They got their break. They got their break after that huge pull. What they need to do is make Revolver think a little bit more, get in their heads. And this is a good way to do it.
It's a lot of work, but it's
Greeno with the disc. He laces it deep to the end zone. He's got Garcia. He's got two of them there. Taylor Casquino, I think, with the score there.
Sockeye player underneath the line there.
My bad. Cassidy Rasmussen with the score.
Good patient work in the part of Revolver there. The score is tied 5-5. See Revolver walking off the field there a bit.
There's another school we forgot, Brent, Santa Cruz. And that guy that just caught the goal, Cassidy from Santa Cruz. So you got a lot of feeder colleges out there.
It's a big advantage to the U.S.
UC
scene,
Davis,
especially in comparison to,
what do you see here in Prague? What's it like in Prague?
Well, there's really not a university system in Europe the way there is in North America.
Yeah.
So there's, every year you got thousands of new players coming in, more excited than ever, and that's a big competitive advantage for North America as a whole. Obviously, it doesn't mean it's impossible to compete, but it certainly helps it helps the nation when they have such a broad base to draw from.
Yeah, it's certainly been the case. We played some European club teams here, and you see European clubs, and they're a club, and it's the same guys, and they stay together as a club. They meet as a club. It's like a social club, but it's not like a constantly evolving university scene that's kicking out players. So here's the pull from Mac Taylor, and it's hanging up. Looks like it's going to curl out of bounds, but maybe not. Stays in, but dies a little short. That's an easy dish up the line there. It's a good 20 yards. But they don't jack it. There's a good little movement underneath. You know, no problem. Lots of space, lots of space. They got all day here to work it. They're working up the line, no problem. Caldo with the disc. Okay, now they got some trouble. Is he going to go for the hammer? No. Break marks it. Swings it over to Ben. Takes it over to B-Stock. B-Stock's been with this team for a while.
We'll see if we can get the...
It's Aaron Talbot. My bad.
Yeah. Players are supposed to stay off the line a little bit, but we'll see if we can...
Pick call.
Pick call.
So fives and Sockeye with the... I think they got the break back. I think they're on serve, if I recall correctly. No call. And go.
And a score.
And call. No call. Call? No call? They're trying to figure it out. Revolver's like, guys, come on. Someone's got to...
Somebody call it.
Somebody heard. I heard something. I stopped running because somebody said something.
Here's the...
But, oh, yeah, it was a foul on the throw. So that's interesting, Bryn. This is something in WIFDIF. The rules say if a foul is made, play stops on the call. So if you foul and throw the disc, it's not a completion. It should go back to the original foul call. But we never play that way in the States. But if you read the rules specifically, and this happened in our game against Troubled Past, it will say that the point of the call of the foul at that point is where the disc goes to. So that's why you saw half the players for Revolver stop. And then they're like, oh, it was one of those foul continuation. Well, in UPA, we always let that go. So whatever, just play it, basically. So they're almost adapting. You know, the rules are kind of merging in. It's really hard to keep track sometimes, the minor differences and the large difference between WIFDIF and UPA, especially when you prefer one over the other, as some of these teams might. So there's the pull from Castine, who has gotten props online for being a puller. And there's a big deep look. Okay, I think that's Garcia sending it deep. He's got a Sockeye player. Wow, nice read there, and checked it down. Is that Sherwood again? No, it's called a push-off foul. Well, no foul call, but he's a warning from the Sockeye player on Josh Wiseman.
Well, we'll see the replay here. It did look like there was contact.
I mean, I think if there was, he was getting position. He's just simply boxing out.
Yeah.
There was an arm. That's a good non-call. It's a good non-call by Bailey Russell, number 8 there for Sockeye, who mentioned it to him. Just let him know, like, hey, you did get me with the arm there.
But I'm not calling it.
Yeah, but I'm not calling it. And I think that's the right thing.
Yeah, that's nice. Well, the structure of that on the last play, it's kind of an L stack. They had a horizontal handler stack, and then most of the guys along the side, along the close side to where the cameras are. So really opening up the whole field, lots of room. Almost a called play. Maybe it was a called play with a specific cut, but definitely creating a lot of room for that play to happen.
You think Sockeye's going to recognize that and try to, well, again, I guess we've discussed this a bit, but they've played each other all the time. So they must know that. I guess they're not going to try any trick defenses to kind of stop that, right? It's just,
that's
our man versus your man.
That's Revolver. Mike Payne was saying yesterday, it's difficult to get to win by a lot against a team that that teams that know each other so well, that have so much talent. So they'll definitely be tweaking back and forth. I think both teams have strategists that are paying attention to exactly what's happening to recommend what's happening, and they'll be relaying that to the captains, who will make a decision, who will disseminate that in a huddle.
So we got some more mention of some other Jam players, so it's my bad on this. John Hester, Mike Payne, Robbie Cahill, Alex Gesquire, Eric Halverson, Josh Greenow. Now the real question is, were they all with the team when they won it 2 years ago? That I don't know.
Payne wasn't. I don't. Oh.
Yeah, see, I don't think he was
anyway,
either.
But we don't want to talk.
Let's not talk about the past.
Let's just talk about the present. And the score is 6-6. Revolver's pulling to Sockeye. This is wind has looked like it's almost dead completely. Might be
It's getting a little hot.
It's warm. It's warm up here in the booth, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
And that pulls out of bounds. These fields are pretty. Are they slightly different than U.S. regulation are pretty much the same. But I know that in this tournament, some of the fields have been a little more narrow just because of the fields they were able to
This
find.
looks like a UPA field.
But I
mean,
think
I'll be honest.
at this for the finals and a lot of the playoff games, they've been full size. Wow.
Oh, nice sky
ups
by
by Caldwell.
Well, you know, this is pretty consistent, this O-line here. Haven't seen, I've seen Wiggins and Caldwell and B-Stock out there the whole time. Ben with his tricky little throws, he's so good at doing.
Throwaway, that was from...
I don't know if he thought Caldwell was coming back to the disc.
Yeah, it looked almost like a miscommunication.
Yeah, because
he a bad throw.
Yeah, he threw it out to that spot out there.
Disc up. Ooh.
Whoa, up to Mac for the goal.
Good quick reaction by Revolver there. Put the disc in play.
Yeah, so we're seeing a pretty tight line, you know.
He just picks up the disc.
Oh, Guarino moves it up to the line, drops it down.
And now he's going to just...
29, picks it up, and that's got to be Bart Watson, isn't it? Yeah, that's Bart Watson. God, Team USA, this guy's been there. He's done that. Yeah, he's a smooth player. That's a smooth character. He's been doing this for a long time. Quick to recognize. Saw Mac open down there. Jacked it in there for the goal. And that's a break for Revolver.
So Revolver up by 1. We've seen that would be the 3rd turnover of the game, I think.
Not keeping track, to be honest.
Well, no, maybe the 5th. We're not supported by a whole staff of statisticians up here, so trying to keep track of what's going on.
Taylor's last name is pronounced Casino instead of Caschino, which I can believe the Italians.
It's nice to know that people are watching.
Yeah. No, but I should know that with my Italian last name. Because the 2 C's make the ch sound, so I thought it was a hard one. Whatever. We all make mistakes. So Sockeye O, Anonymous says, Wiggins, B-Stock, Adam Holt, BJ Sifton, who we haven't called out, Caldwell, of course, who's everywhere, Phil Murray, and Andrew Fleming, who, according to some of our posters, normally plays D. So Wiggins...
Well, someone down on the field. It looks like an injury. Maybe not sure what happened there.
Looks like a pick call.
The structure of the game not as changing, not as dynamic as some of the other divisions. This looks like most of the time a vertical stack,
nice
putting it up deep.
That's going to hang up there for Andrew Fleming if he makes a play. No, he gets. Oh wow, hung up too much. Fleming couldn't go for it. He had Caldwell coming in behind him, so he couldn't go for it. It looked like Bo Kittredge there was able to come over the top and get to the spot before Caldwell.
Let's see that.
Watch this. It's going too long and it hung up in the air. Oops.
That was the earlier injury.
Yeah,
I guess that was that.
Fell down. So here, watch this coming up here. So there's Fleming. He's like, okay, Caldwell, you get it. But no, unfortunately, there's a larger man behind him with bigger ups, and that's Bo.
Revolver puts it into play. Once again, that sort of L
nice
stack.
Nice by Alien, but it just didn't get to the. Should have been a little shorter and a little bit to the side and not to the middle. So Caldwell here on Bo.
Disc is back in. Revolver pulling. You see that again. There's foul call. You're seeing at the beginning of this point, or just at this moment, Revolver players in the middle of the field all pulling toward the closer sideline to get out of the way. There's 3 different players who were moving at the start of that accidental start of play just then.
So they're pulling to the near sideline to open up the far sideline is what you're saying.
Yeah, the whole middle is open. Look at that. There they come right over.
Yep. Now they got the whole other side. Wow, they're all on one
there
side.
It is. Oh, my
Huge
goodness.
Rip
completely open.
Wow. Boy, did he let that go. Oh, sending it back. I've seen Bo travel before on video, I think, but I didn't see this play, so I'm not going to make a judgment call. I don't know, it looked pretty clean right there.
It looked clean from that angle.
Clean from that angle. Looked very clean from that angle. Anyway, it's coming back. Will he do it again? Will he pull what I call now the Brody Smith play? That is Fury, I believe. I think that was some of our Fury players, world champions.
And a swing
that
up.
little, the little dishy flip up forehand. Scuba over the top. Back to Bo. Look at Bo in the middle of the field now. I haven't even really seen him go to the end zone yet. Pops it up over the top there. A little I-O backhand down the line. Nice drop it to Bo. A little dangerous, but they make it work.
A lot of space deep. A lot of space deep. It looks like they're waiting for that deep cut.
Yeah, they really do have a lot of patience, and Sockeye isn't pressuring them. I'm not sure why exactly, but
yeah, it doesn't. They don't seem. Their D doesn't look as fired up as I've seen it.
Russell Wynn
in that
number
semifinals,
7,
for example,
is around there a lot. Yeah, I mean it's still early in the game, you know.
No, I'm not saying 6-7. That's just a single point and a possession away right now. But
number 80 there is Taylor Casino, by the way, who's part of that handle there. So they have a pretty good rotation of guys there. Number 14 is
bid and score.
So Mike Taylor to see who got the score there. But a goal for Revolver. And it's another break for them. 8-6.
Revolver's up by 2.
Number 14 is Sherwood, coming out of Westchester, New York. So let's talk about some of the interviews here in the newsletter, Brent. You talked to Revolver. You talked to Mike Payne last night. What did you learn from him?
It was interesting. I talked to Mike Payne. He's a very serious player. Boy, does he take his ultimate seriously. Not that a lot of people here don't, but he's all business. He talked about the double challenge, like I was saying earlier, of trying to peak at both Worlds and at Nationals, and how difficult that is for such a whole team.
Yeah.
And they started their practicing earlier, made their cuts. I think he said in March, in order to make sure that they were practicing. So they've had 4 months of practicing before they came here today.
Before Worlds, all right.
They've had a little bit of a difficulty adjusting to the tournament in terms of the logistics of this country. Maybe that's, I don't know if it's an American thing, but the fields are far apart, so it has been a little time to get between the fields.
Okay.
And he said the Sockeye in pool play was also one of the hardest parts in the tournaments on the field. And the Buzz Bullets, the Japanese team, in the semifinal, because they play such a completely different style of ultimate.
Right. I was wondering. They Buzz Bullets had been crushing the competition, and yet Revolver comes out and seems to handle them pretty well. 17-14. I was kind of wondering how that came about.
Well, they said it took them a little while to get used to adjust to it, but once they adjusted, they came ahead and won. I think the final score was 17-14. Yeah. So, but really, that was a very interesting game to watch too.
Did you watch that game then?
Again, part of that game. Didn't watch the whole thing, but again, shorter Japanese players against these very tall, very high-jumping American teams, but with the ability to huck it, very fast huck, to get that huck off faster than a lot of the American teams can.
Okay, right.
Like there's not that big wind-up they're used to seeing. Oh my goodness, he's about to put it. From they just flick it, and all of a sudden
it's gone.
It's gone.
Okay.
So they had to adjust to that, but they did that. Both teams very oriented internally toward bringing toward good communication within the team, giving people opportunities and so on. Both different personalities on the teams, but both teams are very interested in the long term, growing their team year after year.
Yeah, Sockeye is. I was talking about this earlier when I was live blogging from the Ironside game. I sense that Sockeye has a great brand. They've always had a great brand. They've had a great. It sounds silly, but they've had a great disc design. They got a great name. That looks like it might go out of bounds. No, it's coming in. So, and they've been able to. Oh, saw that coming. Whew, lazy throw. Oh, wow. Unbelievable. He just dropped 2 passes, you can almost say, because he should have caught the Callahan. That was wow. That was an amazing turn of events there. Nick Chapman just blows through the lazy Sockeye throw.
We'll see that.
Can't get the layout catch, and then here just softies it. That's when he should have laid out yet again. Unfortunate break for.
The disc is up already.
Wow, this is going to go right back to Revolver, though.
There's 6 men, 8 men under the disc.
What did I tell you? Back to Revolver. So what happens when you flip? There's no, that should be called back here. Yeah. The Revolver player's pointing at the other guy saying, you guys hit each other. Bart Watson saying no. Number 25, number 6 for Sockeye. That's Frank Barrich for Sockeye. Number 6, Phil Murray. Did you see it? What did it look like?
It was just out of the frame. It looked like a mess.
This is the right call for the disc to stay here. You can't really call too much of a foul. I didn't see somebody come crushing over.
No, it was a hospital throw.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's hospital throws, and yet you can still
Hammer.
be fouled. You know what I mean? But I didn't see anybody jumping on someone's back. I thought they were all legitimately going to the disc.
And they didn't have to call the ambulance, so that's...
Yeah. So you can't even technically call it a hospital foul?
That's right.
Is that what you're saying? So number 29, that's Bart, of course. 40, Mac Taylor with the disc.
Revolver's chance to go up here.
Colorado.
Yeah, Revolver's got, this would put them up 3, which would be very significant.
Yeah, it seems like Sockeye goes down every first half of every game. That's too far.
Oh, that was really, I can't see what number that was.
Didn't really
Revolver
like that throw.
Faked forward, the Sockeye player bought it.
Didn't need
and
that
then
throw.
went deep. The Sockeye player caught up, tried to catch up, but couldn't. But the disc was just, couldn't quite. Revolver couldn't quite hold on to it there.
Ashlyn Joa with the layout bid in the end zone. The throw from Mac Taylor. I'm telling you, I don't like that out and around. He's got to. It's so hard to lay that in there on that angle, and there's no need for that. You know what? If he's going to do that, put a hammer up.
Huh. Yeah.
Otherwise, you're throwing that to the short corner. He's throwing a back outside in bladey backhand to the far corner. Ooh, double helix.
Wow.
That was ugly. That was not pretty.
We've seen a couple rough throws by Sockeye in a row. It would be, if they get the disc again, they might want to call
it. It looks like Bren there
timeout.
just did this on purpose. I mean, honestly, like, okay, listen, we tried to give away your point, and you didn't catch the Callahan, and, you know, karma says that we should just keep on throwing the disc away to you until you score. I mean,
well,
what does it look like to you?
It doesn't look like
it doesn't look good.
From the very beginning, where they allowed that almost D, that they're not playing with the enthusiasm that we saw in some of the other games.
You don't need enthusiasm on offense, Bryn. What you need is consistency, good throws, and good decisions, and that's what they've been lacking.
Talking to Dave Bestock, he said one of the challenges that Sockeye has in general is, well, I'll paraphrase.
This is halftime, by the way, guys.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
6-9.
That was a 4-goal run by Revolver to take half 9-6. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Bestock said that he had, to paraphrase, he felt that sometimes Sockeye had a problem playing to their ability at all times.
Yeah, gosh, you could see that. A little lack of focus, maybe.
And it's, to be fair, this is day 7 of the tournament, and it's not an excuse, but all these teams here are used to 2-3 day tournaments. This is day 7. It's the longest tournament I think there is. And again, I'm not making an excuse, just saying that. For example, Liz Penny was saying for Fury, and they just went and won it. Their focus ahead of this tournament was actually training for that length of the tournament, the length of those games, having the resilience to stick it out. It is the heat of the day. I hope that's not what's happening to Sockeye, but
I think they're just what we said earlier. They're losing focus. Okay, we're watching the plays. There's Wiggins jacking it deep too. I think that was Wiggins to Caldwell. Actually, that was not Wiggins. I apologize. Here is Robbie Cahill, who looks like he's going to swing it, and there's the score. No, Brian Garcia's going to throw the score. Okay, there's the score to Rasmussen. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot out there. And Sockeye, you know what? It's every game. It seems like they go down by 2 or 3 and then try to make a big run at the end. That's the only thing I'm getting out of this. But, they can't do that always. I asked Ben Wiggins walking over to the field. I was like, you guys made some big comebacks against these other teams. You know, you got your swagger, you got things going on. You got one more left in you? And he said, I sure hope so. So he seemed to sense that he knew that they were treading on water, just thin water, and just what you had said too, of thin ice. You know that they can be hot and cold, and you know they can lose focus, and like Ben said, yeah, I hope they got one more left in them. We'll find out second half.
Actually, you were talking about having seen a lot of the same players on the line on Sockeye.
Yeah.
Something else Payne was saying, that they've been able to, at least as of semifinals yesterday, he actually had stat numbers he was throwing at me, saying something like his team has played 22 points less than the Buzz Bullets or something, or maybe I think it was compared to the Buzz
player.
Bullets. And no, per player. The top, because the Buzz Bullets only brought 15 players, which is obviously insane. But he said that their key players versus the Buzz Bullets, factor of 4 difference.
Factor of 4?
4 times as many.
Payne was telling me this last night.
That's what he said. So I think they actually sat down with those stats that are available online.
Yeah.
And actually figured who the key players were, and actually saw, they're saving their key players for the most important games of the tournament.
Guys, we're probably going to end up cutting into a break here, halftime, but if you get a chance, do check out those stats online, WUCC2010.com. You'll see the stats for all the games, all the matches, God, there must be like 400 games being played.
Over 700.
Over 700 games. And there's time of possession, there's what time each goal was scored, goal leaders, assists, etc., etc. A little bit of everything. So check that out. Have some fun online. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast. And one more half of play here from Worlds 2010. We'll come back at you, and we'll see if Sockeye can make a run in the second half.
Yeah, let's put water bottles in here. We're not drinking them.
Figure it out.
The lady inevitable. Yeah. The lady inevitable. He actually drinks them. I say the guy uses it pretty good. Would you have been, Mitch Chapman, would you have been a Callahan? Zone where it's not close enough to this catch and it's not fun. Banana run, maybe. Yeah. You don't want it? Would that have been Callahan, the first one? Yeah. I wasn't looking at the line. I think you would have. Could you have caught me? Probably. Chappy. It would have. You got there at the exact same time. Hey, was it a bad throw or you were just there? Bad decision? Was it a bad throw or bad decision? Yeah, you're deep. No, you just didn't see me. Oh, yeah? I came from behind a guy. You a little video. Scandal. Just lined up perfectly. Around those. Exactly like that. Skinny little sucker, huh? Woo, that is bloody hard. Dry off. Some microphone Oh my God, do not throw Jit the disc. That happened to me after the first one of the Buzz game. All I did was run deep and walk off the field. Turn the mic so we can practice our shooting. Can we yell Buzz at Cast on? Yeah, sorry. This one's fun. left, Revolver!
Levy.
Yeah, there is a lot of
Rocky has his booty one.
Time to fight finding your focus, Revolver. Get yourself ready. Get your minds ready. It's time. Just like yesterday, it's going to be a battle. Second half. Get ready. Get ready. Hey, Revolver, let's huddle. Here we go. Huddle. Shoulders. Some people go side. See your brothers. I'm going son. I ain't afraid. Just the ball of fire. Mine's high. Not that like that. I'm not there.
Hey, one of the reasons I wanted to join this team is it's probably the most balanced team I've ever seen. But none of that means anything this half without a little bit of DHI. If we bring those things we've already brought, we can run away with it. We do what it takes. Let's go, boys.
Hey, the difference in that last 3 to 4 points was we got our blue collars out, we played hard marks, we were on them on D, we were not giving them their first option, we were trying their third or fourth options, and they were fucking tired. Okay? They're going to come out of this half rejuvenated, ready to go on a run. We have to work them until they're that tired again, a couple points from now, and then we're going to finish the game quick, I guarantee you. Okay, so if everybody commits to putting the blue collars on and working fucking hard. Come on.
Not enough! Revolver on 3. 1, 2, 3!
He's got 300. What do you say to that? 300 down here. What do you guys draw? They said, okay, 300 versus that. Would you guys like to push it? Yes, 310 up here. What do we have down here? 310 versus, come on, show some pride. You doing it? 320 is it. 330, you guys want to beat this or put the ball away with it? Go for it. Okay, 330. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody want to jump up? Bid like 340 euros.
Play-off KB Extraligy v rugby. Finále regionální pokrové ligy. Mistrovství světa v hokejbalu mládeže. Mistrovství světa v Ultimate Frisbee. Mistrovství republiky v Ultimate Frisbee. 17. mistrovství Evropy v akrobaci motorových letounů. Střižna.cz. Vysíláme živě.
And we're back. Welcome back to the Prague World Ultimate Club Championships 2010 in beautiful Prague, Czech Republic. We are watching the open final between USA teams Sockeye and Revolver. Revolver is up 9-6 at the half, about 54 minutes into the match right now.
You're watching a guy who bid 500 euros after an auction started at 50 euros to donate money to send a kid to an ultimate peace camp.
That's nice. And there's the pull. Sockeye is pulled to Revolver.
Yeah, they might want to focus on the game here. Here we go. I don't know if they realize that the game is happening. The timing here was messed up between this little promotional thing. But that's all right. this is all happening at once now. So
almost a turn there. Interesting structure we're seeing here. It's a little bit hard for you to see the whole field, but Revolver is...
Ooh, that looked down.
Yeah.
Definitely down now. So let's see if Sockeye can make this conversion here. This would be kind of important for them giving... Oh, jacks deep. That's going to be a goal. Nice. Ray Alien for the score. Okay, they already look excited. That's a pretty good start for them. It's a great start for them.
Like you're saying before the break, Sockeye has come back many times in this tournament.
Yeah.
When they needed to, and they certainly need to now.
Listen, they were pulling to be down 10-6 basically. That would have been a 4-point swing, which is certainly make-upable, but getting this break off the mark is a good way to start, that's for sure. 1 point at a time. Let's see where they get.
Should note, though, that turnover wasn't really forced.
Yep, no, it wasn't, but they'll take whatever they get.
Absolutely. Wind is kicking up a little bit out there, but still pretty chill. Lots and lots of people here in the stands. The stands on the opposite side are actually sort of the more distant bleachers. The near side stands are absolutely completely full, and on both sides of the main tribune as well. 7-9, Revolver is up, receiving from Sockeye. Nice curving pull. Big bounce. Revolver sets up. Pulled all the men to one side of the field and put it up deep.
Whoa, wow. Amazing sticky hands. That's Bo. It stuck in his hands, didn't it?
That's amazing. Against 2-on-1, it still came up with it.
Ray Ilian got a piece of that. Another Sockeye player got a piece of it. It bounced around in the air, and it stuck to Bo's hand.
Let's see that replay.
Watch this.
Here it is. Three guys.
Ray Ilian goes up against Bo, gets it. Wow. Oh, wow. Two hands, and Bo just sacrifices his body. He's going to fall down on his ass. He's going up for that. You know, he doesn't get the big sky that he's known for. Ray Ilian gets the big sky, but yet he comes down with it. Big play, big play.
Interesting that we're continuing to see Revolver. They had their stack kind of in the middle of the field, but when that just before that disc went up, the two or three guys in the middle of the field pulled over to the side, pulling the defenders out of the way too.
Yeah.
And really opening up the whole middle for the throw. That's quite good team play to be organized enough.
Well, yeah, you really have to commit. You have to commit your defender. You have to get your defender to commit, I should say.
To follow you.
Yeah. Like if you're pulling over to create space on the field, you know, your defender has to be frightened that, you know, you could go deep on him, and so he has to be honest. He has to stay on you and not poach the lane. Okay, here's a big break deep if he wants it. No, it goes underneath. Okay, just keeps a foot down. Nice play. Sockeye moves it up the line on the comeback from Fleming there. I think Fleming's got the disc here. He's getting bodied up. Back to Ben.
Hard pick.
But, you know, Adam Holtz got
not in the play there, but two Revolver players ran into each other with a little bit more flash than actual. But it was definitely a pick. Disc goes up deep.
Wow, and
all alone, but it looks like it's going to be
out of bounds. I think the Frisbee dog might get that one.
Yeah. Right.
If you weren't watching during the halftime shows, you missed the Frisbee dogs. Brent, what did you think of the Frisbee dog?
Disc is about to.
Isn't it beautiful? You can just the design, the product design here is great. We had a question online about the tournament publicity. They do have billboards up around town.
Yep.
For the tournament, but you know, it's a little overshadowed by the World Cup, I gotta say, I have to admit.
And Wimbledon and Tour de France.
And Tour de France.
And LeBron James, for those of you in the U.S.
LeBron James in the States. So we're not getting, you know, so much love here necessarily, but,
no, but
we're here.
The shop has sold out a lot of stuff in the first couple days, actually, so they'll be ordering more for people who actually want more of that design.
For Frisbee players, this is great, and 136 teams, biggest team ever, but for the outside world, of course, you know, we're never going to be
It did. Disc is
Wow,
up.
that's a great looking forehand. I like how that sinks down there nicely in the back of the end zone. Didn't even need to do that, but we'll take it. No complaints. He had that disc the whole time.
Very pretty.
Beautiful pass. Beautiful pass.
Very pretty.
I want to see the replay on
We're
that.
gonna see the
Who
replay,
sent that?
and I'm gonna bet.
I think it's Win.
Let's see what happens here.
No, it's not Win.
This goes up.
Wow, look at that. He IO'd it and then kept it, just hung it up there.
A throw. What a throw.
Mac
And a
Taylor-
beautiful
Mac
cut,
Taylor.
too, to set that off. Who's that, sorry?
Mac Taylor from Colorado. He and Bo Kittredge were buddies there at Colorado for a while. I think they might have won a championship together. Someone online can comment, hopefully, on that, tell us the full story. But Mac Taylor was in the running for Callahan last year, I believe. Even though my team beat Colorado at least 1 point. Never made nationals, so let's not give all the props to Notre Dame. But Mac Taylor, very top-level player there, and see why. He released from low and inside on a forehand, swept it up, and put it in a position no one in the world but his man could get to.
Hear a little bit of the
Vuvuzelas.
Vuvuzelas out there.
I love the Vuvuzelas. I heard them a lot there in the Ironside Sockeye game. It was great. Red Lights had them. The Red Lights team is the Dutch Masters. Dutch Masters. The Dutch Masters team, of course, they're soccer teams in the finals.
And Revolver pulling up. They're up 11-7 to Sockeye.
It's Bailey Russell with the rip. Bailey Russell on D. He's known as an O player. It's kind of interesting. Though he can do a little bit of everything. He's an East Coast transfer to the West Coast. He's tough to guard. That guy's tough. I had guarded Bailey Russell before. It's not fun at all. He's got big clown feet, and he moves really fast with them. It's disturbing. Oh, Wiggins lofts a big forehand. Too far. No, it's going to hang too much. Oh, but the garbage is collected, and that's going to be a goal to Caldwell. Yeah, you can see that floating. See that hanging up there. And fortunately, his team knew where to track that down, and Caldwell collects himself a point. Watch this. Both guys go up. I can't see who that is underneath it. Follows the disc perfectly well, but scores a score.
Nice work. Now they'll need to get the D to turn this game around.
We're giving a handshake to number 10 there. I wonder if that's who tracked it down, Moses Rifkin. Oh, that is. Look at that. It's Moses. Well, I didn't even recognize him. I forgot that Moses is out there. A long-time Dr. Glory player. Boston guy. Been out now on the West Coast for a bit. I think he played with Atlanta for a while, too. He's been around. Great guy. Moses Rifkin was part of that 17-16 Furious George win over Death or Glory in the semifinals.
Wow.
And there was 3 turnovers total. So
was that exciting game to watch?
I wasn't actually at that game.
Okay.
I've seen some pretty exciting games. I did like 5-6 years in college club nationals and college nationals, but that year I was not there. So.
What goes up? That's a good one.
No, it's going to hook out of bounds,
no,
my guess.
It's
Can't tell at all anymore. Give up guessing on the pools.
And we'll see what the Revolver sending someone deep, but coming back, sort of. They seem to be using one half of the field to stack in. I'll pick there. To give you a sense of the whole field, Revolver does seem to be using the far half of the field as the cutting area, both coming to and going away, and sort of recycling in the near side of the field. Vertical stack set up. There's a dump and a swing as a give and go. Sockeye putting on some good pressure here.
They need to.
Is that a foul? Some kind of foul somewhere? Everybody can take a deep breath and pick call.
Yeah, let's see.
Hope
for some action here, but it's moving a little slow.
That's not too many calls, but. Oh,
nice hot hit there.
That.
Castine can't quite get to it, though. So Cahill with the disc. Dumps it down. There's the up the line to Bo. Bo wants, no, it's a good decision, really. He doesn't need to put it. They're up too big. Okay, Bo, this is going to be Bo. Fireworks for Bo. That's what I tell you. That was very nice. However, Castine, who looks hurt, just kind of disappointed in himself, but
let's see the
that was
replay
basically Bo's the entire way ever since it was released.
That was a tough thing to...
A little spike by Bo, just to let him know, hey, you got to knock the champ off the high post.
Sockeye didn't have position, though, so he was also moving forward, probably cutting in.
Exactly. It was position favored Bo, and
he used it.
I tell you, I saw the stat sheet, and there's 10 guys on this Revolver team that have more goals and assists total at Worlds than Bo Kittredge. And Bo Kittredge is a guy that, can catch 7 of those a game, no problem. So in a way, that little spike at the end was like, hey, guys, you know what? You might think I'm not around, but I'll tell you what. You put a disc up in the air, that's going to be mine. So here we go. Mac Taylor is going to rip it down on the pull. It's 12-8 Revolver. They are firmly in control of this match. They're not dominating, but they're playing very solid right now, and I haven't seen any mental cracks out of them, except for a couple hell points that they pulled out. So
big pull. It's going out of bounds, coming back in again. Very nice, landing right in the back of the end zone. And they've got the D on, keeping the disc back in Sockeye's own end zone. Swing up the line. Ooh, no, he's in.
Yeah. That's Moses, number 10. Kept it in there.
Floating it up a little bit further, might have than he meant.
Fakes the jack, goes back under.
Good switch there by Revolver defenders. Uh-oh. Nope.
Let me see one.
Couple guys deep.
Is it Talbot? Caldwell?
Oh,
There's a big righty. It's going to be a goal. No one's sending it back. Sending it back. Usually when you see a guy that open, you got to be wary that it could be a reason for that. Defenses won't give that up so easily.
Revolver had a nice switch there earlier, where it was quite obvious that somebody was going to get open deep, but they saw each other and made kept that from being dangerous.
So it's Adam Holt, number 40, for Sockeye going up the line. Moses Rickman with the disc. Got a couple line-up cutters. Oh, he does. Throws it up the line, gets it up the line. Back to Moses. Oh, that's Wiggins, my bad. Wiggins dumps it over here to B-Stock. 21. Who wants Wiggins? Can't find him. Wants Moses. Can't find him either. Oh, he's forced to try to jam it up to Andrew Fleming, and he can't get there. Instead, Revolver right there.
He looked for the dump, but didn't see it and looked back upfield.
He looked at two different dumps and didn't stay long enough to watch the dumps. The dumps were covered. Oh, nice catch there. And that cost him. So let's see what Revolver's D-line, Nick Chapman with the catch right there with the disc. Dumps it, swings it back over. No one's cutting deep, but being conservative. Chapman, yes. No, that's Sherwood, isn't it? Yeah, it is Sherwood. There's Mac Taylor.
Timeout
call. Good call. Good call. Good call. Very good, well-coached team here.
That on that turnover, Sockeye did look to two dumps, as you said. Didn't like either of them. Then threw into the poach basically.
Yeah.
Always, on my training it was if you commit to the dump, you wait for the dump to get open because they'll get open immediately. But
they got out of position there. The problem was that if he threw to space for the one dump that was behind him, he would be throwing into a potential block by the other dump's defender.
Yeah.
So then he turned to look at the other dump and had a similar situation and a worse angle because it was a cross field. So he would have had to put it on the towards the wind back over to the far corner. So they just got themselves out of position. And I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know who to credit on that or say had a fault with that. But that's just bad positioning that they got themselves into. Unfortunate, really, you know. They couldn't focus on one dump. We couldn't get that open. So.
Well, it's
and some T-shirt giveaway time
both.
now.
I don't want to say it's it was unforced in one sense, but if Revolver hadn't been in the right place to take advantage of that, they would, you know, they had to pull that down.
Absolutely, no, that's great defense.
Did you see who that was? Like,
they got the D. No, did not see who got the D. I'd look like a number 8 or a number 9. So it was Sam Harkness or Bailey, but hard to tell from up here.
So Revolver setting up in a. Their handlers are horizontal across the field, and it's a straight horizontal stack, about 20 meters ahead of that, just in front of the goal line.
Oh, that's Sockeye numbers. I'm sorry, Eric Halverson or someone else. Okay, swing it over to, is that Cahill? No, that's number 80.
Look, call.
Sorry, I mixed up the teams. Taylor Casino there, number 80, in the dump swing position.
Set up.
Can't believe they gave that up. Nice little fake, and then Taylor just runs up the line, and the defender for Sockeye didn't get over to the line to cut off the line. You got to cut off the line. That's the most basic thing in the game, really. You want to force them to throw more passes, to force them to throw through the middle of the field, try to get your blocks that way.
See Mike Payne there writing in his little book.
That was Mike Payne you saw there on the field real briefly, the player captain. I don't know how much.
Yeah.
He plays these days, but player coach captain. Long-time San Francisco Bay Area player for a number of teams.
You noticed how many turnovers by Sockeye were a result of a poach? Was that something that's happened a lot, or I'm wondering if the fact that the Sockeye defense is being pulled out of the middle of the field, unlike the Revolver defense, I'm wondering if that has any kind of effect.
That's a good question. Yeah, they haven't been. You can't say that they've been turning it over on deep looks where they've been hucking it away. They had that sloppy double helix hammer, but yeah, it looks like Revolver's D, I'd say, more than Sockey's. In other words, they're not unforced errors more as well as they are quasi-forced errors by the defense. So yeah,
pressure.
Yeah, the pressure's there a little bit, you know. And it's crafty pressure.
Oh, nice. Looking for give and go. Nope.
Either that or their offense just isn't so dialed in. Caldwell picks it up. Back to Adam Holt. Oh, that's a rip from Big Wins to. Oh, he's got something. Oh, Bailey put that up. Oh, tipped. Goal. Nice little touch on it. He threw to a smaller receiver. The Revolver defender was taller, and he ended up magging the disc to B.J. Sefton. And he gets something out of it at least. Yeah, there's Wiggins. He gets it over to Andrew Fleming. See on the replay here. Fleming gets it up to Caldwell.
And then
Caldwell gets it back, and then that goes to Adam Holt, and that goes to, I think it's Bailey Russell who throws this. So he's got a good guy there, but the taller Revolver player ends up marking it to Sockeye for the goal. 13-9 is the score now.
Nice heads up on Sockeye to pick up that disc. Just about to enter the 75th minute. Although at this rate, it looks like it'll just be a game to 17. Won't need the time cap. Of course, there's a question if you ever need a time cap in a finals game, but that's another question. Sockeye puts up the disc. Looks like it's going to go out the back, and it does. Almost hitting the cameraman. So they will take the brick, which will put it a good third of the field up, of the third of the distance up the field. Revolver taking their time about coming up. Looks like they're setting up a horizontal offense. Again, with the 3 handlers back with the horizontal with the disc, and 4 cutters downfield horizontal. And that is indeed what it is. Got a cut in, someone going deep, and someone cycling through. And some good D there. Having to put it up. Little, whoa, very, very high D hoe there. Uh-oh, and a hoe D for the turnover. That's the kind of D Sockeye needs to make. And that's 1. And it's put up deep. There we go. Wow. Revolver just outran him there. That was Bo. There you go. He just, and there's another huck deep, but this one is going to get picked up by Sockeye. They're looking a little trigger happy right now, both teams. See who calms down first.
Well, if they get this could be something for Sockeye here to build on, maybe 2 in a row. Need something.
Sockeye working it back and forth. They've got a vertical stack centrally down the field.
See, both teams are a little tired at this juncture.
They do look tired.
It's all right, though. They're just trying to find their spacing.
Oh, they both got plenty of people to replace them with.
Ooh, sneaks it inside there. Number 22, Nate Castine gets it in there. And that goal is going to count. Finds Spencer Wallace for the goal.
People, here we'll see that last little, there's the dump and the throw for the score. Revolver nearly got a finger on that. I'm not sure if they hadn't tripped up a little bit, they wouldn't have had a D.
And Brent, I'm going to take a little bit of a step away just to get some air.
It's pretty hot here in the booth. 80, high 80s, but much hotter in the sun. It's 13 to 10. Sokkeye's put in a couple now, and it's the 78th minute, and we're only playing to 17 most likely. So Revolver is just 4 points away from clinching the title. Few players with their noticed a few players with hands on their knees at this point. That last point was a little bit particularly long with those turnovers, longer than I think, certainly longer than the average points have been between these teams in this game or the others. Sockeye pulling, trying to create another, continue their set of scores here, and come back in a game that has mostly been run by Revolver. Revolver again pulling their people down the side and jacking it deep to a wide open number 6. Not in, but almost. And looking a little forehand there for the score. Number 6, Josh Wiseman with that cut deep. That offense of Revolver seems to be very, very effective. We'll see how much of that we see here. We'll just see the end of that. But part of the reason you're seeing so many open throws to Revolver deep is that the Revolver will swing the disc behind around, and suddenly there'll be basically one guy running deep, and everyone else on the field is gone. So all the other defenders aren't there to help out. The one Sockeye player on that defender is a couple steps behind, and they just haven't been able to catch up with a good throw like that. So Revolver 1 point closer, 14 to 10 at just about 80 minutes into the match. The wind looks like it's picked up just a little, but it continues. It doesn't seem to be much of a factor. Most of the most of the inertia and momentum in this game being created by the teams themselves. Revolver is, see that number 40, Adam Holt, setting up for the pull. See a lot of the same players out there on the Sockeye team. That's not Mike Caldwell picking it up, but he's deep right now, deep threat. Sockeye stacking up in the middle of the field, vertical stack, moving it forward. Little foul there on the mark, number 37. Sockeye set up in a vertical stack. There's a break, backhand break, and a D. A D by number 13 on Revolver. Tyler Grant. Revolver with a backhand forward. Scuba, oh, too high. Picked up by Sockeye. Players running a little, nice grab there. Players running a little more judiciously. Ooh. Foul on the throw. The disc will go back. No contest on the foul. Sockeye will tap it in. So they're looking out, and he jacks it deep. 3 Sockeye, 1. Oh, picked up by Revolver. He jumps up and, brings the disc back again. Another foul. Nice D, though. Beautiful D. I think that was number 14, Mark Sherwood, with that. Let's see that. Wow. Great ups. And we'll start with the disc again on the line over there. Sockeye lined up vertically, vertical stack. Forehand force into the sideline. Revolver not giving him much of anything. Looks like there's another call there. Not sure what that one was. Looks like a stall or a contested stall. I'm not sure. They'll work it out over there and let us know. Not too many foul calls this game. Sometimes American Ultimate is seen as foul happy, particularly at the higher men's levels, open levels. But this game has been pretty clean. With diff rules are a little different, as we've been noting. I know that both teams have tried to learn those rules and have actually, Sockeye even has they have actually a system by which if one of the players isn't sure, they know who they can turn to on the team that is sure and has a better idea of what the rules are. So on the field, if they have a problem, they can try to resolve that quickly. But this is not one of those moments as they continue to talk about it. Time ticking forward. It's 84 minutes now. And Revolver up by 4, 14-10. Not sure what's taking that time. Someone with those, I don't know if you can hear the crowd out there. A lot of discussion. I don't know why it would take this long to figure this out, but I think they're about to start, as long as a full time out there, I think. There, the disc is in, and he puts it up. Oh. And what a catch by number 24, Sockeye, Joe Sefton. We'll see that again. Just taps it in, puts it up. A dual layout there by the D and the O. What a catch. takes a lot of focus for a team to be able to immediately come after such a long timeout or set of fouls to put it up that well, and for someone to hit them that specifically. Definitely that's a good sign for Sockeye, but they're still 3 points back, and Revolver is just 3 points away from winning the title. Haven't seen very much change in the offense and defense in terms of the structure, at least not from where I'm sitting. Revolver continues to utilize a stack that kind of moves out of the way a little bit into the point and helps set up those deep cuts, while Sockeye has been in a more conventional vertical stack in the middle of the field. Sockeye pulls it, brings it up to, and Revolver is having a little trouble moving it off the line there, but there it goes up. And again, there's someone deep, but not jacked, and takes the easy. Looks like he got a foot on that, but picked it up, and the deep throw is going to go at the back, I don't think, and it's a score. It's professional play, recovering from a little, a near foot block to put it up deep for the score.
Get one of these two, right?
And we can see that there it is, and he puts it up.
That was Mike that just caught that.
Yeah, there he is.
There's
He toes the line, right? Almost toes, yeah.
Look at him. He looks like he's ambling along. He's older than I am.
He definitely has a leadership position in the. His stats are, if you see goals scored and throws for scores in this tournament, they're on pretty much on the bottom of the team. But
who, Mike's?
Yeah, but the effect he has on the team is
Mike's
the leadership role.
Mike used to be the defining playmaker for a number of San Francisco teams. So, and Stanford. He was known for a long time as always the bridesmaid, never the bride. He had suffered finals defeats many times in the past.
We've been talking a little bit about the trend toward having managers and coaches.
Yeah.
Do you see more older, more experienced players staying on the team and taking a leadership position, but taking less playing time? As a broader, that's what Revolver says they're trying to do. Maybe we can answer that question at the.
I don't see that, honestly. Didn't happen with Boston. They reformed. I'm not seeing that on the new Philly Open team. I don't see that at Chain Lightning. No, I don't think that's a trend in Open at all.
Well, it's certainly working for Revolver in terms of for a team that's only a few years old to be so strong.
I wonder if San Francisco has always had coaches. I mean, in the women's, that's what they're known for. Here's the big look. Caldwell's going to rip it. He hangs it to the left, so that could be trouble.
Floating a bit, though.
Yeah, he hangs
a little bit of shoulder there, but I don't think that affected anything.
Kind of wanted that throw too badly. You could tell he was he looked at about 10, 15 yards out of his range where he released it from. I mean, you got to really get under that.
Who's that with the disc right now?
Is that Cahill? Is it number 10, Robbie Cahill?
Yeah, I think so. I think that was.
That's Jit, another Stanford guy. I think he won with Stanford when they won college nationals finally. Nice guy.
No, that was, anyway.
It wasn't Cahill?
We'll see. Moving the disc. It's like more of a horizontal stack
Nick
again.
Handler, number 11.
Okay. Might have been 80. Is that possible?
No, it's not possible.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. Taylor Cassino.
I think so.
Let's see if we have any comments
Had a little turnover there. Not quite sure how that happened. Looked like
turfed it. It was a turf
just
throw.
Throwaway.
Yeah.
Nice bid.
From Woody. Moses with the disc. Looking for Fleming up the line. Let's see. Fleming, as pointed out by someone online, usually plays D, so it's kind of weird to see him on the O line. But he is a veteran.
Inside out break there.
Sneaky. Just got it. B stock. Looking for Rifkin deep. Pick call. So what does this mean for UPA Nationals? That's the real question. Or USA Ultimate Nationals coming up in the fall. It's really hard to tell. These guys are going to have different players when they go back to the States,
Yeah.
I talked to a number of teams. Chad Larson Experience was telling me they had.
Couldn't get
that. Chad Larson Experience was telling me, Bryn, they have something like 5 or 6 of their D-line starters weren't here at Worlds because they couldn't afford it, or they couldn't find the time to get away from work. Okay, here's the jump ball. It's going to go to Revolver. Oh, but he doesn't pull it down. Mark Sherwood had that.
Wasn't too floaty.
He should have got that.
It was a little bit.
Yeah, I think the energy's a little flat here.
I agree. They're getting a little tired and putting it up a little soon.
I think both teams are like, you know what? It's time to drink some beer.
Oh, I do not think that they think that, but
I think that.
I think
I'm going to ask that question to Mike Payne after the game. I'm going to be like, Mike, your team looked like they wanted to drink some beer at around 15-11. What do you think?
I think he'll react unfavorably to that suggestion.
So, Brian, I'm gonna suggest that you ask that question.
All right. Okay,
here's a big look deep if he wants it. No, they're falling in the side, dude. Chill out.
Too far already for that.
Here's Fleming. Now he's gonna put it.
No.
Nope.
But we shouldn't. In a way, I'm surprised. Oh, throws it away. They are. I think they are tired. That was foul. Okay, makes a little more sense.
It's so tired that we're not even getting comments online anymore. All those wonderful discussion about Jam and
what's
Revolver.
This? The disc is still over there?
Has stopped. Does this show my Sandblast? Chicago Beach Ultimate.
It looks like a.
We'll do this. Chicago.
I think that's a turn. I guess they discussed that. Good call by Sockeye to let that go.
Chicago Beach Ultimate.
All right.
Get a little props to Twirly. Okay, so yeah, I guess that is a turn, huh?
Revolvers.
Lets that go, and might have been a stall call actually, Brian. That might have been it.
Might have been.
And Jit with the disc, and works it up to
much of this.
Hand there.
Whoa, nice grab by Revolver.
Mark gets that one.
Nice.
Push. It's a foul. It's a foul on Revolver. Down the field there, just to push off, accidental really, more than anything else. But 2 players ran into each other, and there's a call. So this could be back to number 14 there. That's Mark Sherwood. No, that's number 11, Nick Handler. Okay. Or is that 14, Mark Sherwood? 14, Mark Sherwood. No, another Stanford player.
A little bit of a longer point out there right now.
It's what we call hell points. Dishes it to Taylor. He won nationals. He won club nationals when he was 19 years old.
Wow.
In the year 2000, Taylor did. He was like a sophomore in college. Oh wow, he's got nothing. Oh, Jit saves him at the last minute.
Sockeye's playing hard D despite the length of the point. Nope, couldn't get that off either. Foul called.
You know, honestly, Brent, if Sockeye scores this point, they got something. 15-12. I mean, maybe they have something. I don't know. I can't really tell what's going. If they got any energy left.
Revolver scored 4 in a row earlier. I think that was 4 in a row. It was.
Yeah.
It was.
It was 4.
Oh. Another foul.
Yeah. It was. Sockeye was receiving at.
They're going to call that turn. Yes, and then they.
So it was 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
And then it became 9-6.
Nice D by Mike Caldwell there.
But it was 3 break. It was 3 straight Ds in a row. Oh.
He milked it for the score.
Caldwell's all over the place, man. That Mohawk's doing him well.
He's had a strong effect on this game.
He's been a pretty big player for those guys for a while now in Sockeye. He's one of the 3 longest tenured Sockeye players. Andrew Fleming, Ben Wiggins, Mike Caldwell. Davey Stock's been there for a while too, but those 3 guys, and you know, when you talk about the Sockeye teams that I know, all those guys are going. So Wiggins, joined in 2002 maybe. So yeah, he wasn't kidding about a turnover on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, someone's getting a little love on the sideline. Don't even know they're on camera. I really do like this broadcast. I gotta say, these cameramen are having a good time on here. Seems like every time I pick my nose, they find it. They find us out here, and every time Bryn's feeling his nipple, they'll catch that too. And every time Caldwell spits some water on the ground.
Such a game of energy. I mean, who
You see
can
what it's
put
like
the
out
most
here, by the
energy?
way, on the stands? It's packed. I mean, there's people standing everywhere trying to find. I mean, there's plenty of seats on the other side because it's burning hot and no one wants to go over there. Beautiful pull there.
Nice pull indoor. Nice pull on the very back of the end zone there. The Revolver's
Garcia,
moving it
big
up.
Huck.
Playing it up.
He even got fouled on the mark. It's going to come back, whatever
Three
happens.
Sockeye
Doesn't even
players.
matter what happens. It's going back. Saw that happen.
And they're calling that as a foul.
Yeah. Garcia, after he threw it, stood there. Like, yes, this is my spot. I mean, he could go that way through the body. So, but if you make contact with the limbs, it's a foul on the defender. Yeah, so uncontested foul.
Revolver will set up again.
Skippy, I think. Yeah, Skippy Matsuo.
It's a backhand force, looking for, nice bid there.
It's a bid, but just can't quite get to it. Oh, sneaks it into Bo.
Revolver
in a good space
pulling
right now.
in two to let one go deep, then they all recycle back to the horizontal
Bo with
stack.
all the room he wants.
Again, horizontal stack. One
Great
looks deep, one
Ileana.
comes in. Cycle it back around, reset. Now two go in, one's going to go out.
That reset the
and he
bogus.
pulls it up.
It's going to go a little too far.
And he gets it.
Way to make me look bad. I approve. 100% approve. A great layup by Bart Watson. He tracks that disc. It's flying in low. It's flying in fast. Look at that speed. Look at the closing speed he comes in on there. He looked darn Zipperstein-like.
Wow. It's nice. You see, I don't see how he could get that, and then he goes and gets it.
Yeah, he was tracking in there. I thought the disc was going to get pushed down more, but and I misjudged his speed and the angle, and but all props to Bart Watson. Great play. Do you want sugar in your coffee?
I'm okay, but thanks for the coffee.
Yeah. We've been up since 6:30 a.m., 7 a.m. I don't know what time you...
Maybe just to say it's the fourth game that we've called in 24 hours. So
Yeah, I was going to go to the party last night, and it was impossible. Absolutely impossible. I feel like I'm one of the players.
Well, it's been really fun here, but and it's very hot in the booth.
I want a bronze medal or a...
I think they're buying the beers for us. I think that's the way it works.
Do we have to start talking about beer again? Get me started, Bren.
Okay.
16-12. Here's Mac with the pull.
This is game point.
Game point for Revolver. They've slowly body punched Sockeye to the point where I don't know what they've got left, but we'll find out.
Again, Sockeye setting up for the deep throw.
I'll tell you, Wiggins told me before this game, he said, we're playing with house money. Okay, that's a great look. That's a great throw.
Oh,
even better.
Absolutely.
Money.
I hope some photographers got a shot of that. From the outside, coming in from the outside. I think he hit that with his right hand.
Can we
going
see who
up.
that was?
I have
Was that-
number 28, I think.
Yeah, it looked like 68, but there's no 68.
Here we
Marty
go.
Cochran?
Here's the replay. We'll see how high off the ground he gets.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I think that you're right. Martin Cochran, who used to play with Seattle.
Oh, wow. And it was right in his... It looked like that was right between his...
Yeah. Just didn't get a tough read on. He was going to go left or right hand, and he went with both hands, hoping it would stick in one or the other, and it went through the two of them. Can't blame him. So Ben was telling me before the game, Bryn, he said, listen, we came to Worlds with a number of goals. One was to... Let me make sure I get my quote right, but one was to, play together as a team, concentrate at the highest level, and be relaxed. Hang on, let me get this correct.
It's a hard mark there. Sokka's got the disc. Swinging it around. They're in a mostly vertical stack down the field. Mostly the mark looks to be more of a backhand. Quick foul there. straight up vertical stack in this. Downfield. Sockeye's looking, little forehand setup. Oh, he had him deep, but he comes back anyway. Flies up, pulls it down. Quick throw to the center. And puts it in.
Thought I was going to scuba that for a second.
Good point. So that was 100 minutes. We'll see a replay of that. The last little putting that in there. Somebody come along. It's really hard to stop flow at the end zone right like that. So we're out of regular time. So the game is officially time capped. The score is 13-16. So I believe it is, unless the game is to 17, unless Sockeye catches up and makes it closer, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
I don't have an answer for you. The game's to 17.
I think it's still game point.
It's always going to be a game to 17, and then it's a matter of whether that, add 2 comes into effect. But it's so rare to see that these days. It used to be standard that you'd get to +2, but it's so rare.
Well, we'll see.
They're going to announce it now. Okay. So it's an add 2.
Revolver is going to try to end it right here, and they'll have an opportunity.
So we just heard the announcement, if it's tied at 16s, it's a game to 18. So it's max cap at 18. It's going to go out of bounds. It's too bad for Sockeye. They could have used that. That could be the game right there, to be honest with you. You pull out of bounds at a position like this, give them that much field position. That's not what you need. But you gotta say you got to go for it. I mean, look, you want to pin him back down there, so.
I know, but there's such a blow to
look
lose
at the
that
distance
much.
this guy is walking up the field, man. That's 40 yards.
Yeah, I think.
Yards.
Anyway, there's Revolver setting up horizontal.
So he's coming back. Dishes it to Bo, who's just open all day underneath. So anyway, what Wiggins literally said was, we're on the bonus level of big buck hunter right now. He said, we're shooting bats or something like that.
Okay.
He said, we came to this tournament to play together as a team and play the best that we can. And anything other than that is bonus.
Revolver is just a throw away from the.
About to get to the highest level of big buck hunter, and there it is. Game-winning champions. Revolver from San Francisco Bay Area, California. Robbie Cahill punches it in to number 6.
And here it is.
That's Josh Wiseman. There it is. Unbelievable. Great game from Revolver. They just kept on the gas. You know what? They had control of that game. Ever since they took that 3-goal run at the half, they never gave it up in the second half. Never gave it up from one bit. They earned that win, and they deserve every bit of it here. Great game play by Revolver. Great, exciting run by Sockeye. They give a lot to the fans to really appreciate here in Prague.
Some really
great international competition.
Some pretty plays, some really pretty D's and lays and people laying out there. Not the finish that Sockeye hoped for, of course, especially 4-point deficit, 17-13 the final score. But a pretty good game.
They're not going to cry about it. I think Sockeye, like I said, was happy with what they succeeded in doing here. There you see Bo and Mac, Colorado, and all their boys. They earned this W. Good for Revolver. Mike Payne's got himself together. Good group of guys. They came to this tournament with a great game plan, and that wraps up all of the Worlds here.
Do we get to do we'll see if we get to do an interview.
Yeah, we'll try to get down on the field for you and do a post game with talk to some of these guys. Traditionally, you'll see the Spirit.
Okay. Yeah, so we can a couple more words here, and then we can go down on the field and get an interview.
Try to get an interview with some of these guys down for both teams. They're going to do the little Spirit huddle, and we'll talk about how much fun they had playing together. This is a common thing you see in Europe. We don't see that in the States.
Really?
With the circle up after the game. Yeah, it's just gotten out at all.
Really?
No, we only do that in Europe.
Huh. Interesting.
The circle up after the game. Maybe you'll see it at Potlatch or something, but rarely even there. Maybe you'll do little games, take pictures, do the handshake line, but the circle, the Spirit circle after the game, I don't know. I guess you see it in juniors. Maybe I'm just talking out my talking to my butt, but it's not that common. You see it in juniors and you see it in international, and that's about it.
So they'll take a few minutes to do that. Sure, pretty soon we'll have the highlight reel from the second half going. It's quite a, again, the field here the stands here were absolutely packed. I've certainly never seen a crowd of this size in Ultimate in the Czech Republic. But, a lot of players, a lot of people here who are not today from the general public, actually not players. They did some pretty reasonable amount of advertising. I don't know how much of it got outside of the Czech Republic, but there was an advertising campaign, and a lot of people showed up to see this game and to see what it's all about. You can see there on the left the Spirit Huddle, and people. This is just a small fraction of the people that are here. I'm Bryn Perkins, American Ultimate player who lives in Prague, sitting with Tony Leonardo, and we are going to cut to commercials and playback, and we will see you down on the field. We'll try to interview a few players from Sockeye.
We don't have it right here. We left it somewhere. Right now, and I mean this as a challenge. We, I think, have done our part in our reign to try to spread that, and it is now on you. And you're welcome for making it not on chain. Yes. So let me say this from the bottom of my heart. Congratulations. You are players and teammates. I look forward to beating you and losing to you in the future. And please accept my challenge. Make this game stronger because you are the champions. Congratulations.
Played you guys, we lost every single time. We got close a few times, and I remember Ben saying at one point 2 years ago, he's saying, you guys are getting better and better, and one of these days you guys are going to beat us. And so finally we've gotten there. We know you guys again. So you look around, you guys have definitely reloaded from last year. A lot of young players, and it's pretty impressive to see what you guys did this tournament. Didn't expect both even to beat Ironside, let alone knockout Chain. So we thank you for that. You guys had an awesome tournament. You're always fun to play against, and congratulations.
Well, I'm not sure if you'll accept it, let alone wear it, but we do have a Revolver jersey for number 20 over here, MC. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
This is his last game.
That's what not treating.
見つかったんだよ。そしたらね、帰ったんだよ。できるだけ早くやるよ。4時半かなぐらいの感じ。できるだけ早くやるけど、4時半ぐらい。
Play-off KB Extraligy v rugby. Finále regionální pokrové ligy. Mistrovství světa v hokejbalu mládeže. Mistrovství světa v Ultimate Frisbee. Mistrovství republiky v Ultimate Frisbee. 17. mistrovství Evropy v akrobaci motorových letounů. Střižna.cz. Vysíláme živě.エンちゃん以外の特許集合3人や。何？来ちゃった。おい先輩行くよ。はいチーズ。やべアウトのはいもう1枚。
this. Step here. Wallace? Okay, guys, we're up. Hey, Spencer, Ben Wiggins. Listen, you guys had a real heartfelt game there. Looks like you ran a little bit out of gas in the second half after they took that 3-goal run in the first half. Tell me how hard you fought there to try to get this win.
As hard as we could. They earned it, and we gave it everything that we had, and I imagine that they gave it everything they had, and the score, I think, tells the tale.
Ben, I heard a little bit of post-game talk to the both teams. You said, now it's your turn, Revolver. You've got to hold up the banner for International Ultimate in spirit and show what Ultimate's made up to the world. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and what you meant by that?
Yeah, people ask a lot of the best teams. They ask for practices, they ask for coaches, and we've been, I think, very giving.
You get a lot of attention from teams around the world.
You do, and we're not professionals.
Yes.
Everybody has another job and family, and I think that our team has done a great job of giving back, and we really make that a point of being part of Sockeye. And now they're going to have more attention. We're going to keep doing what we do, and we hope they follow our lead like we followed the teams before us.
Absolutely.
There's a wide world ultimate out there, and people are hungry for what we know. So they're going to keep coming for it, and hopefully Revolver steps up to that challenge.
Yeah, great. So, listen, you guys are going to see these guys again in the near future, perhaps, in the UPAs and in, regionals. No, they're not in your region. Are they in your region? They are. Okay, and so what do you look forward to seeing these guys again? Is it going to be like some kind of fun game, or do you, you're going to give us some competitive juices flowing?
I can't imagine that this isn't more motivation, more fuel to the fire. We've got a lot of work to do ourselves, just getting to the track and getting back to the drawing board as far as figuring it out.
Let me ask you just one strategy question here. It seemed like, they were playing you guys kind of like, just kind of, easy. They weren't jacking it deep. They sent Bo under, and he had 10, 15 yards every time under, and only rarely would he go deep, and he was just kind of open all game, and that worked for them on offense. Is there something defensively you can do differently next time? I'll ask you, Ben.
Maybe it looks easy from the stands, but we're talking about
That's a very good point. Yeah.
We're talking about athletes on their team that are college athletes, that are top high school athletes that are coming into the sport. Mm-hmm. This isn't a bunch of hippies throwing a disc around, and the level of precision and the reaction time is a lot higher than people think. Everybody, I'm sure...
Wayne, get back.
I'm sure everybody thinks that they could step on the field and guard a Mac Taylor or a Bo because they see it from the stands. We're not running that fast. And most of the world gave it a shot. I think we're the only team this week that really made them work for every point. And, anybody wants to bring that challenge, they can go for it. If you want to look at our defense, look at our body of work over the week. And I think that it's going to show that you step on the field with us, you work for every inch, no matter what it looks like to the people in the stands.
Well said, Ben. Spencer, appreciate your time with us, and look forward to seeing you guys in the future.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
worked out pretty well. What do you want me to do? Yeah.
Why don't you hold this? You guys can pass it back and
Thanks.
forth.
He's strong. He'll hold it.
Yeah, we're staying on. Both of them are up.
Yep.
Testing 1, 2. Okay, we're live here with the world champion Revolver 2010 Club Championships, Bart Watson and Bo Kittredge here. Guys, you guys had some fabulous plays. Bart, that layout grab at the end. Tell me about that. It was coming in really fast.
I was glad he put it to speed. The last one had 3 Sockeye guys around it. Felt good. Our D's been doing a great job all week, so our O team was really fresh. Still had the legs to go get it. Felt good.
Bo, tell me, in the first half, you guys went on a 3-point run on D at 6 to really kind of and it kept the lead since then. What was the key to that? You got a big block in one of those possessions, I believe.
I think it's kind of Bart said. We had our D team playing most of the weekend, so we were able to put our fresh O players on defense. And we were able to run hard, and then they also ran hard, and then everyone was running hard, and then it was great.
Lots of hard running.
Lots of hard running.
Awesome. Bart, you played with Jam for a while. People have been talking about this online. Is this your first or second year with Revolver now?
This is my first year with Revolver. Jam parted ways in the off-season, a lot of babies and retirements and whatnot, and obviously we knew these Revolver guys had some talent, so a couple of us made the switch.
How's it been fitting in with another Bay Area team and getting to the same space in terms of the championship round here with another Bay Area team?
It's been wonderful. I mean, it's a great experience. A lot of these are guys who I've seen, grow up in Ultimate. A lot of Stanford guys who I've watched play. It's my alma mater. And a lot of guys like Bo who I've played with on other teams before, either fun tournaments like Paganello or with Team USA. So it's been great. And I mean, the Revolver ethos is very welcoming and inclusive. So I think it's been great for them bringing us into the team.
You guys lost a tough finals last year against Chain Lightning and UPAs. How does it feel? How are you guys looking to pull the double here? It's not an easy task.
You got to talk to him about that. I wasn't there.
Ouch. Bo, well, throwing out there, Bo.
Yeah, it is going to be tough. I mean, it's going to be hard to take off time and then also get back in shape in like 2 weeks. Start training again. It's definitely going to be a hard mountain to climb. But we love mountains, especially little sandy ones that are next to the beach that we run up and down and look at the sunset and hold.
So Mike's got you running up and down some sand hills, I take it.
Sand hills.
There's been a sand dune or 2.
All right. Well, hey, listen, guys, I want to say it's a very entertaining game. Great tournament you guys had. Congratulations, undefeated throughout, and you earned it. 2010 champions, so congratulations once again.
Ladies, if you're still watching, I hope 5 a.m. wasn't too early.
I love all of you.
Cool, thanks, guys. Catch you next time.
Thanks.
Are we on?
Okay, so this is Tony Leonardo with Bryn Perkins, and we're just going to give you our highlights of the tournament. Bryn, let's start with your thoughts of the tournament in general, from a person who's been living in Prague for the last 10 years. What's it like having all these Frisbee players come to town?
It's pretty amazing being the center of the Frisbee world for an entire week, seeing names and teams that you've been reading about and seeing pictures of playing on the home fields. It's really exciting for us, and I know the entire Czech Frisbee community was so excited about it. They've been working, they started planning this tournament a year and a half ago or something.
A year and a half?
Yeah, I mean, they put a lot of time into it. I know there was some things didn't work out quite as well. A little bit of 2 separate big fields.
Yeah, the separate field space, but I gotta say, I really appreciate all the wonderful jobs that the Czech supporters have done. The world staff here has been excellent. They've been everywhere, and to host a large tournament like this, they've just done a wonderful job. The city is beautiful, and everyone's been super friendly, so congrats to everyone here.
Thanks. We've gotten so much positive feedback. A lot of people really liked the fact they could go hang out in Prague when they weren't playing games, which is obviously you can only do here. But over 700 games, I think 3,500 players, something like that. It's quite it's an amazing thing to be part of. Just in watching it all, it's been a lot of fun.
And seeing this high-level ultimate, how does it feel? Like we saw the broadcast with Stisna here, and it was just absolutely beautiful. Do you think this could be a spectator sport one day?
I think so. I think that the women, in my opinion, the women's game today was one of the most exciting games I've ever seen. And The men's game was extremely exciting too, but there were more dynamism, different kinds of play in the women's game that made it particularly exciting. What about you?
Oh, you know, the way this was telecast and with the multiple camera angles, the instant replay, we have some commentators, and this beautiful stadium and field space and everything Prague's done for this tournament. I can see people getting excited about this sport. Yeah, I mean, you know, we have a long way to go, but you know, the future's not so far away, perhaps.
The World Flying Disc Federation had a meeting here, and a lot of their future is they're looking to develop the sport more around the world. So hopefully we'll see more international tournaments like this. I mean, as big as this, and including more and more different countries.
It's been a great time, Bryn. I had a great time in the broadcast booth with you. Hopefully, you know, people will be able to tune in the broadcast later on. And the Vuvuzelas, they come and they go. World Cup soccer tomorrow for the rest of the fans. And gosh, anything else?
I had a really good time too. Thank you to everyone out there for watching. Go ahead and send your comments to Tony's blog.
Send them to brynperkins@prague.com.
You can Google Tony Leonardo and probably find his blog. Thank you for watching. It's been a great time, and that'll do it. I think that'll do it for us here at.
I guess 4 years from now is the next time you might see us at the World Club Championships. So see you then.
いい。やります。俺一人で嫌だ。馬込くんね。馬込って新宿以降の東京の子がセープ多分セープなんやな。Mexico. Oh, Mexico.
日大。
そのままからのやっさんごめんちょうだいしかもお揃いじゃんあ、T シャツお揃いじゃん照れてるよなんか照れてるよポタさん
pronte? Questa qui che è la nostra maglietta da festa. L'ho anche messo per dormire una sera, lavala perché... Brava, ma stasera si va a ballare. Vieni, dai, grande! Non so che ora, perché non ho il cellulare. Però dai, noi non siamo, cioè di solito facciamo tutto abbastanza presto. Mezzanotte sicuramente ci siamo. Domani non so neanche a che ora, perché non riesco a pensare. Però domani sera sono in Italia. A Milano arrivo e dopo... Ma tu sei in macchina? No, io sì, è già là, infatti partiva ieri e ci siamo sentiti pochissimo perché dai, infatti noi avevamo internet solo nella lobby dell'albergo e andava solo lì un messaggio al giorno che pezzi un po' allora ci andiamo al parco, sennò dai, la vince tanto deve essere bello quel posto.
Ma non mi